Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
It's Brother Terry.
Brother Ben and I.
All right, we're going to basically give you guys a quick breakdown of how me and him came into this truth, and how do we know, according to the Bible, that we are the true Israelites and that we are God's chosen people. All right. We're going to start at Deuteronomy 1 and 1 real quick. Give me Deuteronomy 1 and 1. All right.
This is a book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
All Israel. All right. Go ahead.
On the side of Jordan, in the wilderness.
In the wilderness. Now, if you don't know the history of Moses, he led the Israelites out of Egypt. When we parted the Red Sea, we walked out of Egypt, fleeing from Pharaoh. All right, and these are the words that he's speaking to us after the Lord just brought us out of that, troubled time. All right, give me Deuteronomy 4 and 4.
All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 44. And this is the law which Moses set before the children of Israel.
All right, this is the law that Moses set before the children of Israel. Now, the law. Now, that law is very, very unique. Give me Sirach 17 and 11. All right, because that law is very important to us. Because if you think about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we don't have a law. We don't have order. We don't have structure. We have, make-believe entertainers. You see what I'm saying? We follow all the ways of America, but we don't have no law for ourselves. All right, give me that real quick.
All right, this is a book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 17, verse 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge.
Knowledge?
And the law for an inheritance.
Now, read that again.
All right. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life.
The law of life, all right?
For inheritance.
All right, now jump back to 4:44. Now, he just said that Moses gave us the law for an inheritance, the law of life. Now, if you think about somebody that's giving you the law of life, that's the way you're supposed to live, the way you're supposed to conduct yourself, the way you're supposed to raise your kids on a day-to-day basis. That's what the law of life is. And these are the words which Moses is speaking to the children of Israel. All right, give me that 4 and 44.
All right, this is a book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 44. And this is the law which Moses set before the children of Israel.
For the children of Israel. He didn't set it before nobody else, but the children of Israel. All right, go ahead.
All right. These are the testimonies and the statutes and the judgments which Moses spake unto the children of Israel after they came forth out of Egypt.
Right. He said the testimonies, the statutes, and the judgments. He gave us the law of life for an inheritance. Now, we're going to go into the judgments that if we don't follow the law of life that Moses gave us, which the Lord gave Moses himself, if we don't do these things, it's certain curses and blessings that's going to happen to us in America that's, going to overtake us if we don't come back to the law of life, which is an inheritance that he gave us. All right, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15. All right, Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
All right, this is a book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass, meaning like one day in life, one day in history, it's going to happen. All right, go ahead.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
All right, if we will not listen unto the Lord our God. If we don't do the things that Moses told us to do, this is some of the things that's going to happen. Go ahead.
All right, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Which he command this day.
That all these curses.
All these what?
Curses.
What?
Curses.
Curses. Now, curse is a bad thing. Now, he's saying, hey, if y'all don't do what the Lord telling you to do, all these curses going to do what?
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And overtake thee. They're going to come upon you and overtake thee. All right? Give me one of the curses. Go ahead. Finish that.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shall you be in the city. Now, if you think about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in Birmingham right now, Bro, we living in the slums. We living in the ghettos. We living in Pratt City. We living in, what's some of the ghettos around here, bro?
Weston.
You know what I'm saying? That's us living out there.
Fairfield, Midfield.
We living in the slums, bro. We getting shot up every day. But if you think about the so-called white man, they living in Hoover. They living in Spain. They living in Vestavia, Homewood. They living way better than we are. They got better school systems. How many times you seen Hoover get built on? How many times you seen Vestavia get expanded? You know what I'm saying? Spain Park. How many times you seen them expand their school system? Not one time have I seen not Carver, but Midfield rebuilt. Something like that. All right. He's one of the curses. Give that 16 again.
All right. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shall you be in the city. The black man, Hispanic, and Native American, we cursed in every city that we live in. Go ahead.
All right. And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed shall you be in the field. Now, we was cursed in the field because, keep that in mind, cursed in the field. But we was cursed in the field when we came over here. When we picked all that cotton, when we picked all that tobacco, when we built this place, and every day.
Is that Stefan? Is that you, Stefan?
I have no idea.
Or is that Duke?
I don't know.
I'm saying I know who that is right there at the bottom.
All right. Shalom, brothers. We're going to bring out some of this truth today. But he said, hey, cursed shall you be in the city, and cursed shall you be in the field. And when we first got over here, bro, our forefathers, our foremothers was beat day in and day out, and we was cursed in the field. All right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. All right? I want to jump real quick. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
All right, this Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Hold on. He said, the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Now, Egypt is synonymous for a word bondage. All right, we're going to prove that. Give me Exodus, 20 and 2? Yeah. Give me Exodus 20 and 2. Now, he said, the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Now, we already said Moses just led us out of Egypt. And we were slaves in Egypt. But we're going to prove that real quick. Exodus 20 and 2.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Right.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. Now, one of the curses that the Israelites will experience in their days, they will go into slavery again. Because, read that again real quick. I don't know. I want to get to some full understanding.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the land of Egypt. Out of the land of Egypt. Go ahead.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. Now go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. All right. He said the word Egypt is synonymous for the house of bondage. All right. And one of the curses that's going to fall upon the Israelites in their days is that they're going to go back into bondage. Keep that in mind. Go ahead.
All right. And the Lord thy God shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Again, all right? Go ahead.
With ships.
With ships, all right?
By the whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
No more again. He going to bring us in Egypt again, slavery again, and we going to see our homeland no more. All right, go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Now, keep that in mind. We in slavery. Now, he said one of the curses is that y'all going to be in slavery. Y'all ain't going to see y'all homeland again. Because the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we think America's our homeland. We think Mexico is our homeland. We think Puerto Rico. We think that's our homeland, but it's not. Because the Lord said we ain't going to see it our homeland again. Give me 28 and 15 real quick.
All right. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
But it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass.
If thou wilt not hearken.
Will not hearken.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Uh-huh.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Uh-huh.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Uh-huh.
That all these curses
Uh-huh.
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All right, we just said one of the curses, you're going to be brought back into slavery again. Let's read another curse, 28 and 28, real quick. All right, one of the strange curses that came upon us from slavery is this right here. Give me that real quick.
All right. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness. Because after all that bondage we've been under, we be mad at the world sometime, man. We be bugged out. Go ahead.
All right. With madness and blindness.
With blindness. Because we really blind to the fact that what's really going on in America. We okay with some of the things that America is saying is okay, but deep down, we blinded with the stuff that they put in front of us. Finish that.
All right. An astonishment of heart.
Astonishment of heart. All right, give me 28 and 28 real quick. Oh, I'm sorry, 28 and 32. I'm sorry. These are some of the curses that is going to come upon the Israelites if we didn't keep the laws that Moses gave us. All right, go ahead.
All right. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given to another people.
The sons, our sons, which will be, our forefathers, their sons and daughters was given unto another people. Now you got to think, when did that happen? Because it happened. Auction slave blocks. When our nigga 15 here, you know what I'm saying? Hey, who the strongest, who the fastest, who could jump the highest? $20 here, 15. That's when that happened. That's when that curse came upon us. All right? The curse shall thou be in the city, curse shall thou be in the field, and you will go into slavery again. 3 curses already brought out that fits both of us. And that's, like I said, we're going to go over why we believe or how we know that we're Israel. These 3 curses fit us, right?
Right.
Finish that out real quick. 28 and 32.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Unto another people.
And thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thy hand.
There shall be no might in our hand. We're going to cry all day long for our kids. We're going to want them back after they sold to the enemies, right? But ain't no might in our hand. We can't do nothing about it because we're going to get beat down if we do. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 45, all right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 45.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee.
He said, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, all right?
It shall come upon thee and pursue thee.
Pursue thee.
And overtake thee.
And overtake thee. Now, if you pursued and overtaken, like you in a race, you know what I'm saying? And somebody pursuing you, if the cops pursuing you, they overtake you. These curses are pursuing you day in and day out. And some of them already came to pass, but you're going to realize some of these curses, you're going to be like, dang, I really can't escape these because they overtaking us and they pursuing us day in and day out. Continue that out.
All right. Okay. Till thou be destroyed.
Till we be destroyed. Because we don't listen to the voice of the Lord thy God.
All right. To keep his commandments.
To keep his commandments.
And his statutes.
And his statutes.
Which he commanded thee.
Which he commanded thee.
All right. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
Pause. Now, he just said, these curses going to come upon thee and overtake thee and pursue thee. All right, these curses. And he said, they shall be upon thee for a sign. Now, if I wanted to know where McDonald's, Walmart, anything here in America, if I wanted to know where it was, I look for a sign. Right. If I want to know I'm a true Israelite, I'm going to look for these curses because they own me for a sign. All right, continue that. Read that again real quick.
All right. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments,
and
his statutes, which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for a wonder.
For a wonder. Now he said for a wonder because the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we wonder why we go through some of the things we going through. I know I feel like, dang, I'm a good dude. Hey, you're a good dude. She a good sister. She a good mother. But dang, why we keep going through the same things? Because the curse is going to be on us for a sign and a wonder. All right, continue that.
All right. For a sign and for a wonder, upon thy seed forever.
Upon our seed, our kids going to experience this. Our kids going to experience this if we don't listen to the Lord and keep his commandments. These curses going to be on a sign for a wonder, and they're going to pursue thee and overtake thee. All right, continue that. 47.
All right. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
Because we don't serve the Lord with joyfulness. We serve ourselves some of the time. We praise each other. We praise ourselves half of the time. When we doing good in life, we forget about who really doing this for us. He said, what was one of the things?
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
With joyfulness.
And with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
Because for the abundance of all things, everything we want, we we don't thank the Most High. We thank everybody but him, all right? But we don't realize that he is the one that's doing this because it's his will. He is doing what he want to do with us, all right? Continue that.
All right. Therefore, thou shalt serve thy enemies.
Hold up. He said one of the curses that gonna come up on y'all and overtake y'all is y'all gonna serve y'all enemies. Now this is gonna get very, very particular and very, very specific to certain people in this world right now. Continue that real quick.
Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. And hunger.
And hunger. Now, if you look at the so-called black man today, we got to go to another set of people, another race of people to get food. That's why we got to go to Walmart, Publix. We got to go to all these fast food restaurants. We got to go to all these different, you know what I'm saying, to get food, to get a natural thing that we need to eat. I mean, that we need to live. You know what I'm saying? Finish that.
All right. And hunger and in thirst.
And thirst, a natural element that falls from the sky. Your water bill, this Sonic, Aquafina, when you want a drink of water, you got to go to this same person, this same nation of people for it. That's a curse that I'm going to put up on y'all if y'all don't do what I say do. Continue.
And nakedness.
And nakedness, your clothes. You can go to the mall, Nike. We don't own them things. The other people own them. China, USA. We don't own none of that stuff, but we have to go to our oppressors, the same people that have us in bondage, the same people we serving right now. We got to go to for these things. All right, continue that.
And in want of all things.
In want of all things. Your driver license, your birth certificate, your death certificate. To cash your check, you got to go to the white man to do it. There ain't no ifs and buts about it. And that fits you so-called blacks, you so-called Hispanics, and Native Americans. That these curses only fit y'all. All right, go ahead.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
He shall put a yoke of iron on your neck. Now, if you search a yoke of iron, which I hope y'all do, I pray y'all do, go search a yoke of iron. And search images, and you're going to pull up, it's nothing but so-called blacks with chains around their neck, with bells and whistles on them, to allow the so-called whites to know if we running away or not. That's what the yoke of iron was. All right, continue that real quick.
All right. Until he have destroyed thee.
Until he had destroyed you. The yoke of iron going to be on your neck until he destroyed you. Because he said, hey, you're going to serve your enemy in want of all things. You're going to go in slavery again, and you're going to serve them, okay, because you don't serve me, all right? And he gave us the law for an inheritance. He told you what to do in life, but you don't listen. We don't listen. We continue to sin day in and day out. All right, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 64. All right, another curse, real quick. Now he said your sons and daughters gonna be sold to another people. All right, give me 64.
All right, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Among all people. Now, one key thing I don't want to get into, we just, you know what I'm saying, it's just us blacks. But like I said, Native Americans and Hispanics. Now, the transatlantic slave trade, if you pull it up, you'll realize it's so many arrows on there. We were scattered among all people. So we serving all kind of gods. So no, we not Christians. No, we not Muslims. No, we not no damn no Jehovah Witness, Seventh-day Adventures. No, we are the real Israelites. God only dealing with Israel. And he said these curses going to be on y'all for a sign and a wonder. Finish, reread that real quick.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Unto the other.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Other gods. Because we really think that Caesar Borgia, that so-called white man, is God. That ain't God. He black. And you going to realize that as well. But continue that.
All right. Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone. Like I said, we know Muslims. We don't worship no, Kahaba stone and nothing like that. No. Give me Baruch, what is that, 3 and 9. All right. Now, he said you're going to go into slavery again. Now, you got a lot of people believe that we not still in slavery. But he said he going to put them yoke of iron on your neck until you destroy it. Now, why the yokes of iron now? I mean, off now. Because we destroy it, but we don't realize it. Read that real quick.
3 and 9? Or 3 and 8?
3 and 8, I'm sorry.
All right. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us,
Hold on, real quick. Let me get that. I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. Read that again.
All right, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, slavery, bondage. Because like I said, a lot of people don't believe we still in slavery. All right, but the yoke of iron off our neck, but we still get up every morning, go clock in every morning. Why? Because we still in bondage. Go ahead, continue that real quick.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us.
Where thou hast scattered us. Because we just read in Deuteronomy, he said one of the curses, you're going to be scattered among all the people, and you're going to serve other gods, even wood and stone. These are the curses that own us. They own him. They own all the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Everybody.
Everybody. Like, ain't no denying this,
like
all right?
Every so-called black you look at,
yes,
Native American,
yes,
Hispanic, I mean, you name it, every last one.
They own us.
That's us.
That's us. Continue that. Reread that real quick.
All right, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse.
And a curse. I just told you 3 of the curses you're going to serve your enemy and want of all things. Food, water, and clothing. One of the curses that you're going to be, your sons and daughters going to be sold into your enemies. And so, sold into bondage, go into slavery again. Those are the curses that fit us. That's our history. Whether we want to, accept it or not, it fits us. And like I said at the beginning, Moses only went to Israel. He ain't go to nowhere else. So these curses gonna fit you, whether you want to believe it or not. Reread that one more time. I want to go in a little bit more depth.
All right. To be subject to payment.
To be subject to payment. Now that's very important because I know I got a water bill, rent, power, car bill. I got to pay it for everything. Like, ain't no living in America if you ain't got no money. You subject to payment. You got to pay for everything you want. And the so-called white man, he makes the prices because we were sold to him. Ain't that something, man? I tell you that.
All right. According to all the iniquities of our fathers.
According to the iniquities of our father. Now, like I said, there's no new thing under the sun. And since our forefathers, and since we continue to sin day in and day out, these curses going to be upon us for a sign and a wonder, and they going to overtake thee, and they going to pursue us day in and day out because we don't serve the Lord every day in the want of all things. We don't wake up and pray and be thankful that we living. We don't wake up and be like, oh, man, he gave me another day to get it right. You see what I'm saying? But yet we want to steal club. We want to party. We want to be caught up in sports. We want to chase women. We want to do everything but what the Lord told us to do. And he told us, out of all the nations, he said, hey, go to Israel. Moses, go to Israel. Hey, you tell them the law of life. You tell them how to live here. And if they don't listen, hey, these curses gonna happen. And they happen day in and day out. All right? Go ahead.
All right. Which departed from the Lord our God. Hear, Israel, the commandments of life.
The commandments of life. He said, we departed from there. Like I said up there in Jeremiah 17:4. We going to discontinue from get that real quick. Get Jeremiah 17:4. Because, like I said, Moses gave Israel the law of life. And like I said, we caught up in everything but what the Lord want us to do. But like I said, the Lord said, hey, this going to happen one day. Give me that real quick.
All right, this is a book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4.
Right.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
For thine heritage. Now give me Sirach, because inheritance. Keep that word. Give me Sirach. What is that?
17 and 4?
17 and
17 and 11?
17 and 11. I'm sorry, y'all. Shalom. I'm sorry. Bear with me. Sirach 17. Yeah, read that.
All right. Besides this, he gave them knowledge.
Knowledge.
And the law of life.
The law of life. Now, it all ties back to what Moses was speaking to Israel. He gave us the law of life for an inheritance. The way we supposed to live on a day-to-day basis. But like I said, we don't do them things. We want to do everything but what the Lord told us to do, and these curses fit us. All right. Now, one key thing, because one of the curses that's going to stand out is, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 49. I'm going to leave it on that real quick. Now, he said, hey, you're going to serve thy enemies and want of all things. These same people going to put a yoke of iron on your neck. You're going to have to serve this man for food, clothing, water. hey, this happened to us. That's our history, whether we want to believe it or not. And this is the nation of people that the Lord gonna bring against us. Because you gotta think, if you got 20 to 30 black men on a plantation, how one so-called white man gonna overtake us? How? Because the yokes of iron was taken off and we was mentally destroyed. But you gotta realize that the Lord doing this against us. That's why we don't have no power. That's why we can get shot in the mall. What EJ, he get shot in the mall and nothing happened. When the last time y'all heard about something like that? When the last time you even heard it in the news? It don't matter. We had over 100 killings by the police and it don't matter. Because we gonna realize the Lord doing this to us to punish us because we don't want to follow his ways. And he told us, hey, you keep my commandments, you will live. If you love me, keep my commandments. It's simple as that. But give me that real quick. Deuteronomy 28 and 49. And I'm going to leave that on that. And you can continue.
All right. This is a book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
From far. Now, he said the people that's going to do all these things to you, they're going to come from afar. Now, like I said, search a transatlantic slave trade, and you're going to realize that the people that came and got the so-called blacks, they came from the other end of the world. But this was already written. If we didn't keep God's commandments, this was going to happen. Reread that again.
All right. Therefore, the Lord shall bring thee a nation against thee from far.
From far.
From the end of the earth.
From the end of the earth.
As swift as the eagle
Swift
flieth.
as the eagle. Now, like I said, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, this is not our homeland. We was in Israel. We are God's chosen people. And one of the curses that was going to come on us is that nation was going to come as swift as an eagle. Now, what is America's symbol?
The eagle.
The eagle. The eagle. Now, you can search it all day, every day. The eagle is America's symbol. That flag is America's symbol. We was brought over here in slavery, and they don't want us to be nothing but slave. That yoke of iron is off the neck, but we are mentally destroyed. We got to wake up and come back and repent, because it's going to be destruction that's coming to America. It's a famine finna come to Birmingham.
Just like that.
It's going to be outside your doors. World War III is really finna happen. Like, it's no plan. That's why he cut off food stamps. That's why he cut off all this government assistance.
It's finna start.
Because we gonna be bugged out. He put the purge in front of us for a reason, to show us how we gonna be acting. But we laughed at it, but he mocked us. Because he realized that, hey, y'all are God's chosen people. And long as they destroy it, we gonna forever be on top. But we waking up. Because like I said, I know I'm Israel. He know he Israel. I'm not no black. I'm not no nigga. I'm not no African American. This is what the Lord told me to do. And this is what Moses set before my foreparents and set before me. He said, come back to my laws. Come back to the laws of the Lord, and you will be saved in that day of judgment. Finish that one more time.
All right.
49, and I'm going to leave it on that.
All right. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far. From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
As swift as the eagle flieth.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
A nation that tongue we didn't understand. Now, all I have to say is that, hey, if you don't believe the precept that we brought out, I pray y'all hit Jermaine up, hit somebody up. But we got to come back and we got to repent, because the way we're living our life on a day in and day out is not pleasing to the Lord, and he's mad. That's why we dying on a day-to-day basis. We getting shot down. That's why we're struggling. That's why we robbing Peter to pay Paul, and that's why we are on the bottom. That's why we living in the ghettos. That's why we're cursed, man. These curses are on us, and there's no denying it, man. You want to give them some of the laws?
Got you.
Give them some of the laws. Some of the simple laws that you're going to realize that America has tricked us. Because the white man, he is the devil himself. He is the deceiver, and he tricked us thinking that we are nothing but Africans, but we are God's chosen people. God chose us. God said, Moses, hey, speak to my people, and he didn't choose nobody else. Give me, what you want to bring out real quick?
Well, I will start out with this. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 29.
All right. Let me get that. 29 and 29. Yeah, let me get that. All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and 29. Their secret things belong unto the Lord our God. But those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law.
Right. Now, go ahead if you got something.
That's it.
Okay. Give me Numbers 15:38. Let's start out with that. Just the basic.
Yes, we're going to give y'all basic laws and understanding. Because like I said, everything we just brought out, America has taught us that Christmas is okay. America has taught us that we can have sex with multiple people and it's okay. That we can buy and sell on the Sabbath day. That we can do whatever we want to do as long as we say we believe we're going to be saved. But that ain't how that ain't how it go. Because we under grace right now. But again, that white man say, hey, you can do what you want to do under grace and you're going to be saved. Numbers 15 and 8.
38.
15 and 30.
Well, it started 37.
All right. This is Numbers chapter 15 and 37. All right. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the border of the garments.
Right. So if you look at the border of your garment, it's at the bottom of your rim of your shirt or the bottom of your dress. Keep going.
All right. Throughout their generation.
Throughout their what?
Throughout their generation.
No, that means forever. Keep going.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Keep going.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
Right. So just say you about to go out and eat some pork or something. You about to eat some shrimp. You say, well, I'm going to look down upon it. Oh, man, I got my fringes on. I can't do that. Keep going.
All right. And do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart.
Keep going.
And own eyes.
Right.
After which ye used to go whoring.
Right. So if you have your fringes, you'll look at a sister and you'll be like, man, I got on my fringes. I can't do that. Because the commandments in the Most High laws tell me, hey, I can't do that up to my own sister. And actually, let me pull that. Go to Deuteronomy chapter, I think it's in 22 and 22. Deuteronomy 22 and 22.
2 and 22.
Yeah.
All right. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 2 and verse 22. As he did to the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir.
Deuteronomy 22 and 22.
2 and 22?
22 and 22.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm good.
Let me get that, y'all. I'm a little off. All right. The book of Deuteronomy 22 and 2.
22 and 22.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Too many twos. I'm sorry, y'all. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and 22.
Come on.
If a man be found laying with a woman married to an husband,
come on,
then they shall both of them die.
Right, because we're not supposed to whore our sister out.
Right.
You actually supposed to take your nice, beautiful girl, and you're supposed to get married with her if that's what you want to do. Now, you can't play around with our women because our women are special, and God gave them to us for a reason. And if she's special, that means you special. And if you special, that means the Lord's special. And if the Lord's special, that means the Most High special. So
right.
It's all order that we all got to follow.
Right.
Give me Deuteronomy 22 and 5.
All right. 22 and 5. The book of Deuteronomy.
Because some women may think, oh man, just because I wear pants, I can make my butt look big. I can make a man look at me. I can
the Lord don't care nothing about that.
Hey, he'll get you for that. If you ain't know, let's go.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and 5. Though one man shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Now, if you go look on any bathroom sign, you'll see a woman with a dress, a man with pants on. Right. Now, keep going.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Right. So just say if the woman had a dress
Young
on.
Thug,
right.
Tyler Perry. That ain't funny.
Right.
The Lord say, hey, the woman shouldn't wear pants. The man shouldn't put on dresses. That's that's cross dressing.
Right.
That's what would God put that? Abomination. That
right.
Point blank period. The
right.
Lord don't like it. It's out of order. I'm gonna read that again.
And also just say this. Just say if you're trying to go in the bathroom and you see a woman will have, she got a dress on.
Right.
Then you know a man got to go somewhere, and you see another sign with a woman with a dress on.
Right.
But you're gonna be like, dang, what a man go?
It actually, we can get a little deeper than that because when a woman put on pants, like you brought out, the one thing they want to realize, oh, do my ass look fat? Do my butt look big? How my shape is? But the Lord don't care nothing about that. You actually putting on a lustful spirit, and that's why you got 10 to 20 guys hitting on you all day long.
And because the flesh profit nothing.
Right, because they see what you working with. I know I've done it before. Let's be honest with each other. That's what we can't lie about this thing. We look at, we flirt, we lust all day and all day and night after our own flesh. But when you women put on pants, that's what we looking at. We trying to see it, but God said, hey, don't do that.
And we don't want to look at that. We trying to stay sinless. We ain't trying to go off.
Correct. We shouldn't lust after women. And women, when y'all do that, you're making us lust. Because y'all already put it in y'allself when you look in the mirror, ooh, how I look. All right, we can give them, let me read that again.
Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Come on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Right, so men not supposed to wear dresses because that's gay.
Correct.
Right, and the Lord look at that as gay, and it is gay.
And you got to ask yourself, if you think about all the top athletes, really, all the comedians, they had to do one or two things. They either had to dress up like a woman, or they had to do a homosexual act. It's no, you know what I'm saying, down that. That's why, what's his name, Dave Chappelle, that's why he went with it no more, because they wanted him to do something gay. But if you think about all the top, and Cat Williams, if you think about all the top, yes,
yeah, man.
Think about all the top comedians, they had to do something gay. They had to dress up like a woman. Tyler Perry, Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, they all, at one point in time in their career, had to dress up like a woman.
Like Kevin Hart was getting dry humped by Shaq, bro.
Come on, man. That's disgusting, bro. All right,
crazy.
You can elaborate on that. 1 Timothy, what is that? Modest apparel. Right. He said, hey, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth to a man. All right, and he gonna go in very detail about it, because this is what the woman really supposed to be wearing. Now, it's not, you know what I'm saying, hey, y'all not supposed to look good or nothing like that, but it's a way that God wanted y'all to dress. And we only talking to y'all sisters, our blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because the other nations, they can do what they want to do. Because Israel, you know what I'm saying, Moses only dealt with Israel. You see what I'm saying? Read that real quick.
All right. This is a book of 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner also,
that
women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Adore. When you adore something, that means you want it day in and day out. So you supposed to adore modest. I mean, you supposed to. I'm gonna read that again. I'm sorry.
All right. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
In modest apparel. And why are they supposed to be in modest apparel?
With shamefacedness.
With shamefacedness
and sobriety. Not with braided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array.
Right, because us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we spend thousands of dollars on weave, on jewelry, on purses, just to look good. But at the end of the day, God say, you put on a modest dress, you look good in my eyes. You shouldn't worry about what a dude gonna say, because to me, you look good in a modest apparel. That's why he said, hey, a woman. Simple as that. All right, give me Exodus 20 and start at 8. Now, we brought out the fringe law because it's supposed to help us remember the other commandments while we here in bondage. Because while we go to work, while we go to the grocery store, we be at the gym, we be at the movies. Yeah, we still supposed to live, but like I said, it's a certain way we supposed to live here in America in our bondage. Because like I said, the Lord will come back, and he's going to come back mad. And the way y'all think he going to come back, he ain't coming back like that. He coming back to plead with all flesh. We're going to bring that out as well. But these are some of the commandments that he told us to keep. Good dudes.
28.
Yes.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Remember the Sabbath day. That's S-A-B-B-A-T-H. Sabbath. Sabbath day. All right.
6 days shalt thou labor.
All right.
And do all thy work.
He said 6 days shall you labor. If you look at the calendar, it's blatantly obvious that Sunday is the first day of the week. And Saturday is the 7th day of the week. Start over at 8 real quick.
6 days shalt thou labor, or remember the Sabbath day to
He said,
keep it holy.
he said, remember the Sabbath day. Now, it's important that he's saying remember, because I already said in Jeremiah, we're going to discontinue from the thing that Moses told us to do. Now, he's saying remember the Sabbath day to do what?
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day,
the seventh day, which would be Saturday. Now, if you read anything in Genesis, you want to pull that real quick, Genesis to go over the day? Because 12 o'clock doesn't start the new day. According to the Bible, when the sun falls, that is the beginning of the next day. So when the sun falls on Friday, that would be the start of the Sabbath day. And he said, hey, remember the Sabbath day. All right? He said to keep it holy. You want to pull that?
What you want this in Genesis, the first chapter? All right, verse 8. All right. And God called the firmament the heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day.
Okay. He said the evening and the morning was the second day. All right. I wasn't mean to put that. I'm sorry. That was something else that I was trying to put.
5.
Yeah.
All right. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning was the first day.
Right, I'm sorry. Yes, he said the evening and the morning, meaning those two things was the first day. All right, so when the evening is here, that is beginning of the day. All right, go back to Exodus 20. What is that, 2 and 20? Going over the Sabbath?
20 and 9.
20 and 9, I'm sorry.
Stop at 20 and 10.
All right, go ahead.
All right. But the seventh day.
He said the Sabbath day, all right.
Is the Sabbath day of the Lord thy God.
Is the Sabbath day of the Lord thy God.
In it shalt thou not do any work.
Shall do no works.
Nor thy son, nor thy daughter,
right,
nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
Right. Now, he said the seventh day you should keep it holy. Now, if you look at America, ain't it funny how we get paid on Friday and we go clubbing? That's when they produce most of the clubbing on the Saturday, from Friday to Saturday. Like I said, the white man custom, the way he wants us to live, is the total opposite of what the Lord wants us to do. Because we shouldn't buy, we shouldn't cook, we shouldn't do nothing that's pleasing to ourselves. We should keep the Sabbath day holy, and we should worship and thank the God that we got another day. We should repent on that day. We should stop doing all this wicked stuff that we doing. That's why the crime is the highest on the weekend. All right? Now,
you want to go on your phone? Because my phone might have died.
All right, we do that.